Good morning, friend. Today's point is earthing. We have to discuss different points of earthing. What is the importance of earthing? What is the need of earthing? What are the different types of earthing in this lecture? Then first one is the earthing, the process of transferring the immediate discharge of the electrical energy directly to the earth by the help of low resistance wire is known as electrical earthing. The electrical earthing is having two types. First one is neutral earthing and second one is the equipment earthing. The neutral is the non-conducting element. We have to connected the neutral to the ground, and body of the equipment is non-current carrying part of the electrical system. Because of that we have to connect it to the ground. Then first we have to discuss the neutral earthing. The neutral of the system is directly connected to the earth with the help of GI wire. This system is called as a neutral earthing, and this neutral earthing is provided to the generator, motor and transformer, and we have to provided the we have to connected the star point of the system. It is directly connected to the ground. This is called as a neutral earthing. Then second one is the equipment earthing. Earthing is provided to the electrical equipment. The non carrying current part of the equipment, like as a metallic frame, it is connected to the earth with the help of conducting wire. If any fault is occurs in the apparatus, then short circuit current is passed to the earth with the help of GI wire, and this will be protects the system from damage. And this type of earthing is very important. Whenever the person will be touched to the equipment, then person will be protects from the shock. Then we have to discuss related to the conventional method of earthing. In that first one we have to discuss the plate type of earthing. Generally plate type of earthing is used in the practices. In that earthing, cast iron plate of size 600 mm as to 600 mm as to 12 mm, or we have to use the galvanized iron plate of size given here, or we have to use the copper plate of size of given here. Then this plate is buried at the depth of 8 feet in the vertical position, and GI strip of size 50 mm as to 6 mm bolted with the plate is brought up to the ground level. This type of earth pit are generally filled with the alternate layer of charcoal and salt up to 4 feet from the bottom of the pit. Why we have to use the charcoal and salt? In order to reduce the earth resistance. Because of that we have to use them. The second method is the pipe earthing. In this earthing we have to use the GI pipe of 75 mm diameter, 10 feet long, welded with 75 mm diameter GI flange, having 6 number of holes for the connection of earth wire, and inserted in the ground by Anger method. This type of earth pit are generally filled with the alternative layer of charcoal and salt and earth reactive components. These plate type of earthing and pipe type of earthing are used in the industries. We have to see the construction of earth pit used for the earthing. Here there will be one pit is present. At the bottom we have to use a sand. Then after we have to alternate layer of charcoal and salt is used in order to reduce the resistance. At the bottom we have to use pipe or plate. Then there will be a hole is present at 12 mm at distance of 15 centimeter distances, and at the top, in order to add the water, there will be a funnel is present. We have to add the water to reduce the earth resistance. Because of that, funnel is provided. Then we have to discuss related to the different factors affecting on the earth resistivity. There will be several factors will be affecting the earth resistance. In that, first one is the soil resistivity is one of the factor affecting the earth. Different types of soil provide the different kinds of soil resistivity. According to that, we have to select a proper soil for the earthing purpose. Then second one is the soil condition. This will be a play a more important role in the earthing because of according to the soil condition, the resistance of the soil it will be changing. Because of that, in order to maintain the soil resistance low, we have to use the charcoal and salt to reduce the earth resistance. The next one is the moisture. The moisture in the soil it will be reduces the earth resistance. So more moisture content present in the soil means there will be a low earth resistance. So we have to increase the moisture content in the soil. We have to add the water into the soil. The next one is the dissolved salts. The pure water is considered a bad conductor of electricity. Soil resistivity depends on the water resistivity, which then depends upon the quantity as well as the nature of the salt that are dissolved in the it. The climatic condition also affects the earth resistance. When moisture in the soil increases or decreases, according to that, soil resistivity is increases or decreases respectively. In the dry season, there will be resistance will be high. In the rainy or in the winter season, there will be resistivity will be low. This is the effect of climatic condition on the earth resistance. Then next one is the physical composition. Variety of soil composition will offers the different resistivity. For example, suppose you have to consider clay soil has 1 to 150 ohm meter resistivity range, and whereas if you have to consider the rocky soil, then there will be resistance will be above the 1000 ohm meter. The next one is the location of earth pit is also important factor. Whenever we have to do the earthing, this will be affects on the earth resistance. The magnitude of current is also affecting the soil resistivity. If more amount of current is flowing through the soil, then it will be dries the soil and the resistance will be increases. Then area available is also one of the factor. It will be affecting the resistance. If a number of electrodes are installed and interconnected to obtain the desired resistance, for that purpose we have to connect the electrodes interconnected. Then we have to study related to the importance of earthing. Whenever we have to provide the earthing protects the person from the short circuit current. The earthing provides the easiest path to the flow of short circuit current even after the failure of the insulation. The earthing protects the apparatus as well as personnel from the high voltage surges and lightning discharges. For that purpose, or understanding the importance of earthing, we have to consider the two different cases. See here in the first case, there will be a short circuit will be takes place between the live wire and the electrical equipment, and the person will be handling the equipment. Then if person will be touches to the ground equipment, then the person will be gets the shock because of the earthing is not provided. Then second one is earthing is provided, that is equipment earthing is here provided, but in the first stage the equipment earthing is not provided. Then second method is, suppose equipment earthing is provided, there will be short circuit between the live wire and the equipment is takes place, and the person will be touches or handling the equipment, it does not get the shock because there will be providing a low resistance path to the short circuit current, and this current will be flows to the ground and man will be protected from the short circuit current. Then we have to study related to the how to measure the earth resistance. For that purpose we have to use the earth tester. Then there will be a two methods. First one is the 3-point method and second one is the 4-point method. You have to see here the 3-point method. There will be a 3 electrodes are used. Then suppose you have to consider a 20-meter distance. At first point there will be a earth electrode is present, and at the last point there will be one electrode is present, and at the middle there will be one electrode is present. And these three electrodes are connected to the earth tester having 4 terminals C1, P1, P2, C2. In that C1 and P1 will be short circuited with the help of wire, and it is connected to the earth electrode. Then current electrode is connected to C2 and potential electrode is connected to the P2. Then we have to rotate the handle of the earth tester at specific speed. Then we have to get the earth resistance at that point. Then next step is we have to changing the position of the potential electrode, and we have to take the 4 to 5 readings, and we have to take the average of that readings, and we have to guess the earth resistance, that is average earth resistance between that area. The next one is the 4-point method. In this method 4 spikes are driven in the earth in the same line at equal distance. Then outer 2 spikes are connected to C1 and C2 terminal of earth tester, and similarly inner 2 spikes are connected to P1 and P2 terminal. Then we have to rotate the handle of the earth tester and we get the earth resistance value at that point. In this method, error due to polarization effect is eliminated and earth tester can be operated directly on AC. Then we have to discuss what is the maximum value of earth resistance for various situations or conditions. Suppose we have to consider the major power station. We have to maintain the earth resistance of 0.5 ohm. Then major substation, we have to maintain the earth resistance 1 ohm. Then minor substation 2 ohm. Neutral bushing, we have to maintain the 2 ohm earth resistance. Then for service connection, we have to maintain the 4 ohm resistance. Medium voltage network, we have to maintain the 2 ohm resistance. LT lightning arrestor, we have to maintain the 4 ohm resistance. LT pole 5 ohm resistance. HT pole 10 ohm resistance. And large towers, we have to maintain the earth resistance of 20 to 30 ohm. These are the ideal values we have to maintain during the earthing of the different situations. Then we have to discuss related to the how to minimize the earth resistance. First one is remove oxidation on joints, and joints should be tightened up. Then second one is poured efficient water in the earth electrode in order to increase the moisture content of the soil, and it will be reduces the earth resistance. Use the bigger size of electrodes so as to reduce the earth resistance. Electrodes should be connected in parallel. Because of that, earth resistance will be reduced. Earth pit of more depth and width, breadth should be made so as to reduce the earth resistance. And we have to use the charcoal and salt in order to reduce the earth resistance, also one of the important parameters in order to reduce the earth resistance. Friends, here we have to see the what is the earthing, what are the different types of earthing, then what are the factors affecting the earthing, then importance of earthing we have to study it, then we have to study the how to reduce the earth resistance in this video. Thank you, friend. Thank you once again.